let's talk about silage. So this is our silage pit. We do not have, I don't think we have enough silage to get us through the winter. When we first cut beginning of May, we cut everything we could, put everything we could in the pit, and we were still probably 100, 150 tons short of what we would normally have from first cut. And then we cut again for second cut. And in my lifetime, we'd never put a second cut into the pit as well. We normally round bale all of second cut. So that a lot of that second cut went in the pit, and you can probably see first cut was down to there. It was up to there. Then this is second cut on top. There's a slight horizon in the silage. We use a forage wagon, pickup wagon to do our silage, so it doesn't cut it as short as a precision forage harvester, but we do get pretty nice short stem in there, but it gives a nice variety of length, and then it's chopped a bit more once it goes into the Keenan feeder wagon, and it works well for us. We do it all ourselves, and we can go when we want, do a bit now and then when the grass is ready. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bay shed. And normal rule of thumb for us is that we use a bay of silage a month through the winter. We're halfway through the first bay here, and we're a week into November now. But cows are still out, so we're not using the full amount of silage yet. So the amount we use a day will go up, probably double in the next week or two. So we'll start moving back through a lot quicker. We've got grass on the right hand side here, and on the left hand side I'll show you in a minute. We've got maize. We haven't got a partition in the pit or anything, so we have put the grass in, then the maize goes in slightly on top and on the left hand side there. And yeah, I think hopefully, if everything's good, we'll have the cows out again in March. But if we're not getting the cows out grazing until April, then we could be very short on silage. Grass there on the right, and then we fill the maize in on the left hand side here. So the eagle-eyed view will see that we've got a horizon there, the layer in the bottom. So that was last year's maize that we've bought in, 150 plus tons, because we knew that our maize crop this year was not going to be very good, and it was probably a little bit more disappointing than even I was expecting. I'm not the most optimistic person. And then we've got this year's maize on top then. So this is this year's maize. So this goes through a precision chop forager. And then underneath we've got last year's maize, or some of last year's maize which we've bought in, with a little bit of grass mixed in with it, just to bulk it out. So we've bought in probably half of what we potentially need for this winter, but we seem to be going back through it a lot quicker than I would like. So we're a good bay back. In the shed there, we're a good bay back now. So we've got 5 bays left. So that's December, January, February, March, April. If we go a bay a month, but we've got 2 weeks left in November yet. I don't think we're going to have enough maize to get us through the winter, so we're going to have to come up with some other plans. Luckily, we do have a slight blessing in that the cows are still out grazing day and night, so we are feeding some silage, but they have the opportunity still to go out, and they're just coming back in now from their morning graze along their track, and then they'll go through some sorting gates up there into the robot sheds up there. Another fortunate aspect of this year's silage is that we actually have some really good quality silage. So this is where I've chopped out this morning, taking the block out with the shear grab, and we've got a really good quality silage this year. There's a few older stems in there from that just happens to be from where that grass came from, but the majority of it is really good. So it means we have to feed a little bit. We can get away with feeding a little bit less and still get the quality out of it. But yeah, so if I pull some out of here, you can see the range of chop we get. So that's where that's come through the knife, up through there and through there. So that's the sort of chop length we get through our silage box, forage wagon, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so watch this space. We'll see whether we have enough silage to get us through the winter. Top job.